Hello, beautifuls. Welcome to Self-Love Mission with me, your host and self-love teacher, Tara Love Perry. Welcome to our free guided live breathe and receive breathwork for self-connection. And I'm very excited today. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm very excited because this is such a huge week astrologically, in terms of the cosmos, for energies, for expansion, for activation, for upgrading, for the reset, for the new earth. And it's just huge. And so I'm here to encourage you, support you, and guide you if you would like to receive that, to instead of dispersing the energies out there into the world, to actually harness your own energy, to harness your own power, to be present, to be aligned with the energies and the frequencies and the transmissions that are taking place at this time. And of course, that's always happening, right? We do have these amazing events that happen, like the solar eclipse tomorrow, which is really special. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And we have the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in Aries on the 20th. So I'll talk about that in a minute. But these are huge events back to back. And of course, tomorrow it's also the Chinese New Year of the Fire Horse. So Happy New Year. There's a lot of amazing things happening back to back. And so it's up to us to locate our awareness, to connect to our consciousness and be in the exact place that we wish to be and not be absent from ourselves. And I'm going to get into that a little bit. There's a dark side to eclipses and there's a light side. And so, of course, and it's the balance, it's the play between the light and the dark that make eclipses so dramatic, so special, so awe-inspiring. And this is not a new phenomenon. This has been happening for millennia. The ancients used to use eclipses for rituals. So we're going to get into that a little bit as well. But that's all a preamble, because what we're really going to be doing today is connecting to our divine sovereign self, our true self, our source, connecting our little consciousness with the greater consciousness of that which you are, we are, you are, I am. We all share that same collective source of intelligence, greater intelligence. We are all, in fact, little droplets of that incredible source intelligence. So we're here to use our conduit of the breath, our lifeline of this incredible inspiration that comes in, divine inspiration of the breath, and connect into our bodies to be anchored, to be landed, to be at home here, in this home right here, rooted to the earth. And the other day I was talking about the spine and how it's like a lightning rod, an earthing rod for cosmic energies down into the earth, for you transmitting your divine signal, your higher self down into this human body. And there's much more to it than that. But if you just take that basic concept or basic fact and then bring that into the context of this eclipse with the solar energies that are happening, the lunar energies, the cosmic play that's going on up there, the activation moment, we want to be really not just connecting with that, our own lightning rod, our own anchor, so that we are present with the messages coming in, we're present with the codes coming in, but we're also able to be in a place to receive it, that we have a capacity. And for us to have capacity to receive, it means we need to be fully connected, anchored, rooted in this body, present in the body, with a stable nervous system that can handle that amount of incoming energy. So it's really important, I believe, to be present and receiving for such a gift that's happening, and use this wisely, because there are people out there that will use this for let me get the right word, malevolent. There are people that will use this event for malevolent forces, for their own agenda, which is not good for other humans, not good for the earth, And then there are those like you, like I, who will use this event for good. But this is not about taking sides. I really want to emphasize that. This is not about bad them, good us. I think taking sides is actually a very weak move to make. I think that to be able, not just think, but this is my experience over and over and over again, that to just understand the polarity of light and dark and just know that this is the way that the universe works. This is how we are in fact manifest. We are a play on light and dark of the immortal spirit, the mortal matter, the solid, the light, right? The earth, the spirit. We're a blend of all of that. And if you take away one side, then the other side can't exist. The light needs the dark and the dark needs the light. In this aspect of the universal play, in this reality, in this realm, we need duality to exist. You need it, I need it. And without it, we wouldn't have any of this world. We wouldn't have the experience of being human. So it's to understand that light and dark are both needed. And where do we sit with that? I believe, and I practice, that we sit in the center, in our hearts. We be in a place of unconditional love, unconditional presence, connected to the source, not taking sides, not diversifying ourselves, not splitting ourselves, not becoming separate from the source and getting involved in these dualistic forces of which one is right, which one is good, which one is bad. And we can see a lot of drama happening in the world at the moment with people doing that because the dark looks pretty dark. And it makes people react in fear and then want to attack it or run from it or freeze, or they don't know what to do. And actually, it's very disempowering. And the most empowering thing that we can do is to remember that it's all part of the divine game. It's all Leela. It's all, the divine play, the interplay of light and dark for reality to exist. And then we just sit where the source is, right in the center. Because love doesn't judge. Life doesn't judge. Life allows all realities to unfold. And we don't need to get caught in the drama. And in fact, that can be very upsetting to us. It can be very distorting to our energies. It's very, very disempowering. And so I'm here to support you, to help you, to guide you. If you want to receive it, take what you like, leave whatever you don't want. You don't have to, I'm not trying to shove something down your throat at all. I'm not trying to be something special. I just know from so much experience that this is a way that really works. And I'm simply offering it from my heart to your heart with unconditional love, and see if you like it. So we're going to do breath work. Hello, guys. We're going to get into our breath work today. And I say breath work without the work. Let's take the work out of breath work. And we're just going to breathe together and receive and connect. Be really humble. That's, I think, the way to true empowerment is great humility, because it's with humility that our heart opens. We can surrender the ego. We can surrender our fear and our ideas and our projections and our distortions of reality and our great big, ideals and judgments. And we can just surrender that and come back into our hearts and be humble in the most sublime and empowering way, and just be present with what's actually going on. I think it's the best seat in the house to watch the show, to be honest. And you can get excited, and you can enjoy the emotion, you can enjoy all of the action, but you don't need to get involved. You don't need to get pulled out of yourself and lose your sense of self. I think we're here to evolve at this point, and I think that this week is particularly wonderful. It's a particularly wonderful event, a particularly wonderful vehicle, if you like, a cosmic portal, a cosmic energy, a wave that we can surf to really evolve ourselves going forward. So let me know if that all works for you, how you feel about that. What are your thoughts and feelings around the eclipse and about the Saturn-Neptune conjunction? I'll talk about that in just a sec. And then we'll get into the breath work. Yes, you up for that? Yay, it's exciting. It's a great time to be alive, isn't it? Gosh. So sending love to all of you beautiful souls. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. I love seeing the feed going, with hearing how you're all going and what you're feeling. Yes, you're feeling it too. You want to make sure you're on the light side. The light side is inside of us, like, if that's what I'm saying, if we get pulled out of ourselves and we're trying to take a side, then you're not actually connected to where you need to be. Like, the light is within you and the dark is within you. And what if they just make friends? What if you don't have to split yourself or your perspective or your opinions, or split between your head and your heart? What if we can just be unified in our own light and our own dark, and make peace with both, so that there is no war within? Because when the wars within end, there will be no more wars on the outside. Consciousness is the key to everything evolving and changing for the better on this earth. It comes right back to us, right back to how present we are with ourselves, to how connected we are to the actual truth, the real truth, the universal truth, that we're all energy, that we're all incredible divine source energy living in these little avatar bodies. And that we're all connected, every single one of us, even to the people that you think are horrible and bad and evil and hideous. We are all connected, every single one of us. Even if you think they are not real human beings, I think you're right, but we're still all connected. It's all one. We're little identity fragments of the same body, the same human, the same humanity, just like different cells in a body. And yes, the body needs to be healthier. But healing happens through love. It's been spoken out again and again and again. I'm going to make a whole video about it, actually. The ancients knew it. Every single scripture says it, that love is the one and only true reality. And love is the way home. And I don't mean fluffy bunny love and Valentine's Day smoochy woochy box of chocolates love. I mean, that's lovely, right? But I'm talking about agape love. I'm talking about universal presence, unconditional love, the love that is and sustains all things everywhere. And that is our source. That's our, like, if you want to drink from that place like a well, you will always be healthy. You will always be well. And so love is the medicine that the world needs. And so that's why I massively advocate self-love. Because if the world needs more love, and this was me as a little girl, 4 years old, I'm like, there's just not enough love in this world. I don't want to be here. I wanted to check out. But my body was failing me. My mind was freaking out. I was just disappearing out of my body, because I'm sure you can relate to this, many of you. The earth was a very unloving place for me, despite being surrounded by people that talked about love all the time. It was totally ironic and very confusing. And I didn't want to be here. And then I got to a certain point in my life where I realized, hold on a minute. If I want a world with more love, it has to start here with me. And not just me putting my love into the world, like scooping buckets out of my well and throwing it on the world, which is what I was doing, trying to create more love around me by just loving everybody no matter what they did. That was actually very damaging. So I'm not suggesting that you do that. I'm suggesting and encouraging that you go into your inner well, your inner resource of unconditional love that's within every single one of us, even the hideous, horrible people. Everybody has it. And we can go into that well, put our bucket in, and then tip that water over ourselves. We can pour love over ourselves. We can recondition, or rather decondition ourselves from all the hurt and the pain and the struggle and the horrors that we've experienced, all the conditioning and the programming. We can just wash ourselves clean with our own love. And it takes courage and it takes patience, it takes diligence and commitment. But before long, it actually works so, so well, more powerfully than anything else, I believe. Before long, we start cleaning up quite nicely and coming back into a loving state of being where because our eyes have been cleaned on the inside to ourselves, we're also cleaned for the outside view. Our windscreen is clean. We see the world in a different way. We no longer need that kind of level of projection and pain, and we don't look at the world through distorted lenses anymore. And so I think that I've got this idea, this mission, this self-love mission, that if more people were just to clean up their own self with love, that would be more than enough to help change the world very, very quickly. Be a lot quicker. It's the shortcut. And why would we want to do that, my loves? Why? Because there are humans there, or maybe they're not humans, not true humans. There are people appearing as people on this earth who will use an event like an eclipse, especially this one. And let me tell you the number I discovered today. We have an annular eclipse. Usually we have partial eclipses where the moon partially covers the sun, and so, or the moon's shadow rather, or the earth's shadow. Is it the moon or the earth? Is it the moon? I can't remember. I think it's the moon shadow. Forgive me, I've got it all confused. But basically, with a partial eclipse, we normally just have a partial covering of the sun. But tomorrow, on the 17th of February, we have an annular eclipse, which happens on average every 226 years, plus or minus 4 years. So roughly every 226 years, we have this kind of an eclipse. And it happens to be happening in Aquarius this time round. And Aquarius is the sign, is the archetype of the utopia reality. Aquarius is all about humanity, is all about the collective, is all about the future and innovation and pioneering and doing something spontaneous, doing something surprising. That's Uranus, actually. The aspect of the ruler of Aquarius is the planet Uranus, and Uranus is the new, the innovative, the quick change. And so with the eclipse happening in Aquarius, that's quite significant for, activating those kinds of energies for the collective, for that awakening into the unity consciousness that humanity has been preparing for quite a long time. I mean, I would say forever, really. Preparing to going towards this unity consciousness, right? Out of the disconnected state, unconsciousness, forgetting who we are, coming back into wholeness. So we're not just fighting our own shadows. We're trying to fight a dark side that we can't even see, which is our own shadow. We're no longer doing that. We're coming back into wholeness. We're coming back into unity. And I believe that that's what this eclipse signifies, because of the fact that it's in Aquarius. And so, yay for that. I want that. I love that I'm alive at this time in history to be experiencing this. And so are you, which is really exciting. And we're all, I'm sure, feeling that same longing together, or feeling that same anticipation of a world with more love, with more kindness, with more unity between all people. I'm super excited about that. And also, what makes this even more incredible is that 3 days later, on the 20th this week, we have Saturn, which is a very heavy duty authoritarian energy. It's a very, some people say it's actually our original sun. Like before we have the sun that we have now, like Saturn was the original sun, and it's been enslaved by the rings. Listen to Laura Eisenhower. She knows a lot about Saturn and the rings and the energy and the powers. A darling sister of mine, go listen to her. She knows a lot. Because I'm not an astrologer, but she is. But basically, Saturn and Neptune have never, when there's been about, 6 conjunctions ever between these two planets that they can record in history, but it's never ever happened in 0 degrees of Aries. And what does that mean? Aries is the very beginning of the zodiac. It's where it all starts. It's the sign of self. So whereas Aquarius is about the collective, it's about everybody, it's about humanity, it's very selfless, it's very service orientated. But Aries is about me. It's like, it starts with the I am. Aries people are very self-orientated. It's all about them. And that, of course, can be in a positive way, or, you know, quite a vain or conceited way. There's a shadow and a light side to everything. But to have that conjunction happen in 0 degrees of Aries has never, ever happened before, ever. And 0 degrees is the very, very beginning of the beginning of a new cycle around the entire zodiac, which is incredible. So that never, ever happened before event is just 3 days after the solar eclipse. And then how many days is that then? 11 days between the next eclipse in the moon that happens at the beginning of March. So it's quite an incredible window of energy, of transformation, of renewal, like a brand new reset in this awakening consciousness for the collective, which, you know, forgive me if I'm not describing this very well. I'm doing my best. Like you said, I'm not an astrologer, but I find that absolutely amazing. And so maybe we'll feel it. Maybe depending on what state we're in, and, you know, how much housework we've done on the inside and how much junk and clutter there is lying around. You know, it's like on a boat when you get a big wave and the stuff starts flying everywhere because you've not cleaned up, because you haven't, you know, got stuff tied down properly. Your stuff will be flying around. Maybe everything will be up in the air. Maybe the energies will be quite turbulent for you. And for others of us, it might just be really, really calm. But what I recommend is that, I mean, it's happening over a period of time. It's not like just on that exact moment when the eclipse happens, or on the exact moment when it hits 0 degrees, something, bang, something's going to happen. Although it might. We don't know, because it's in Uranus, it's in Aquarius. Anything can happen at any time. You can be surprised. We don't know. However, whether something was to go down or whether something wasn't to go down in a dramatic way, I feel like the best place to be is to be deep calm within, is to have the eyes open on the inside, is to have the sensory awareness, the cognizance, the consciousness, the connection happening on the inside, just to be in your own kind of 0 degrees kind of space, in your sacred neutral. Just to be present, to be listening, to be open, and also to be in your heart energy, so that when that moment happens, that transitionary moment where we move into the eclipse and then out of the eclipse, that window is a moment where we can be so present that our heart energy and our consciousness is going into the collective energy field. It's connecting with the cosmic and universal energy field and amplifying that. Adding our signal to the greater signal of the benevolent, of the love, of the evolution that wants to happen. And so that's where I choose to put myself. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I just decided, just like 20 minutes before hopping on here with you today, that I would do a guided activation meditation for the eclipse tomorrow. So if you want to join me for that, I've just added it inside Self-Love Mission. So if you want to click the link below where it says selflovemission.com, and you can just log into the platform. And if you're not already a member, it's free. So you can just log in, create yourself an account, and then you'll find, and if you just go down through the list of all the courses and everything that you can join inside the app, you can have it as an app on your phone or on your desktop. It's probably going to be at the bottom somewhere because I've just added it. You'll see a picture of an eclipse, and I've called it the Eclipse Activation Meditation. And so if you want to join me for that, you can sign up. It's on the 17th of February. So I decided that 17 was a good number. So I've decided to request £17 to join that guided meditation. As you know, I do most things for free. And I thought, you know what? This will be for people who, you know, want to make an investment into themselves and make an investment into the collective to do this within this tribe, within this circle of people, with our energy. So you are most welcome to come and join me for that. Go and check it out. It's in selflovemission.com. And if you see me doing this, it's because I've got a couple of mosquitoes in here and they're just bitten me. So bear with me. All righty. So, you're from Cape Town, Crystal Matthews. I didn't know that. Hello, lovely. Hello, loves. So it's good to see you. Yes, self-sabotage. We all do have self-sabotage going on, indeed. Weave it into the breath work. Okay, then. Well, the self-sabotage depends on where we put our attention and what we're listening to and what we want to invest our belief into. But yes, the subconscious stuff. Okay, so guys, are you ready? What do you think of the idea of doing the eclipse meditation together? Do you like that? I think that's going to be wonderful. Really. What time to be alive? Right, I'm just switching my phone off. Switch your phone off in case you haven't done it yet. Grab yourself a cushion. I seriously need to go shopping and get some bigger cushions. I keep forgetting. I will get some bigger cushions. But get yourself your biggest, fluffiest cushion you can find, your most favorite comfy cushion. Put it behind your head. Get yourself soft and comfortable, ready to relax. You want renewal. Yes, you're excited about that. Yes. Great. All right, darling. So we're so blessed, aren't we? We're so blessed we get to be alive. What time is that? That's a good question, Tani. What time is the eclipse meditation? The eclipse is happening at 11:43. It starts where the shadow starts moving across, I think, at 11:43 universal time. So that will be, so I'm going to have the meditation start on the hour. And then the actual moment of eclipse is at 11 minutes past midday. So 12:11 p.m. on Tuesday, universal time, which is the same in the UK. UK and universal time at the same time. EST is 5 hours previous, so that will be around 7 o'clock in the morning. And then for me, that's going to be 7 o'clock in the evening. So, and actually on the Zoom link that I've included, once you get access to the meditation, the different time zones are in there, but you can go look it up. So I'm going to start the meditation at 7 p.m. my time, which will be 7 a.m. Eastern time and 12 p.m. Universal time and UK time. And then the actual eclipse starts at 11 minutes past, or actually it doesn't start, it becomes fully eclipsed at 11 minutes past. And then it's going to last for 2 minutes and 20 seconds, that whole eclipse, where it's just the shadow is completely covering the sun. Actually, not completely. That's why it's not a total eclipse. Total is when it blacks it out completely. But it's one of those eclipses, an annular eclipse, where you get the ring around the outside, the golden ring, because it doesn't quite fit. It's not exactly the same size. So it's going to be a golden ring. It's pretty amazing. Yeah. 9 for you in Queensland. Yes. Is it 9 p.m. for you in Queensland? Check that it's not 10 p.m. because I think you're 3 hours ahead and 4 hours ahead if you're in Sydney, but just double check that. And also, what's amazing, just quickly, about this eclipse is it's happening over Antarctica. Isn't that interesting? If any of you are interested in Antarctica and all of the information about Antarctica, what's been happening there, what they're doing there, what's really the truth about Antarctica, all of that stuff, if you're interested in that, I think it's quite fascinating that the eclipse is happening over Antarctica in Aquarius. And Aquarius is connected to the cold places on the earth, because Aquarius is winter winter energy, except if you're in Australia, of course. But for the Northern Hemisphere, Aquarius is the winter energy. It's January, it's cold, and we're supposed to be emotionally cold, which is not true for me at all because I'm an Aquarius. But it's connected to those parts of the world. So it's connected to Antarctica and to revealing the truth. All right, so make of that what you want to make of that, piece that together however your brain puts that together. But in my brain, when that gets put together, and I don't know if I'm right, but the way that my head adds that up, that's pretty exciting. We're definitely going to be seeing a lot more truths coming out. Maybe we're going to be having a lot more truths coming out about Antarctica and what's really going on there. And it's like, yay. I do love truths coming to the surface. Even if it's very uncomfortable, I do love that it comes to the surface, because truth is where it's at, isn't it? Anyway, let me stop rambling. Right? That's amazing. That's what I thought. It's wow. It's pretty wow. So yeah, right, let's do our breath work today. I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. I've been rambling on long enough, but I do love a good old chat with you about these things and sharing my thoughts and my inspiration. So I hope it's interesting and helpful to you, because I intend it to be so. Let's connect. Are you comfortable? Get yourself comfy, get settled on your chair, get your cushion, close your eyes. Thank you for being here. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours, thank you for being here right now. In your body, in this moment, in the world. Getting present with yourself, choosing to show up for yourself and the highest good of all other beings. I appreciate you. I see you. So close your eyes so that you can see yourself on the inside. And just gently relax your eyes. You start to get that heavy sinking feeling in your eyeballs. Let them sink back into your sockets. Feeling the soothing, the softening of all the muscles and tissues and nerves. It's like everything winds down. Give yourself a deep, gentle sigh in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And we're just going to simply soften our whole face, mind, body. And notice how the breath rolls in through the mouth, gently laps up around the inside of our body and mind, and then releases like a wave on the ocean. Just gently cleansing the shores of you. And you're just going to notice and fully experience the coming and the going. And so you're going to prepare yourself to receive more of your breath, because this breath work is called Breathe and Receive. So it's about receiving. And for you to receive, you need to be soft, untense, relaxed. So start softening your mind, your thinking head, softening the forehead, the temples, the cheekbones, the sinuses, softening the jaw, letting your jaw hang open, your tongue drop down into the bottom of your mouth, and almost as if your gums could relax. And all the muscles in the back of your throat, and the muscles in the back of your head. And feel that gentle, soft relaxation from the top of your head, down the back of your head, down the back of your neck, as you sink your head back into the cushions or the chair, letting yourself really be held, and tilting the chin up just an inch to soften the back of the neck and to give your throat space to receive your breath. Receiving in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And you can let go with a sighing sound and enjoy the sound and the feeling in the body of your breath vibrating you, your voice softly smoothing out your nerves. Feel that deep softening. Feel your whole spine from the back of your neck down, all the way down your back to the coccyx. One vertebra at a time, you're just softening, opening, relaxing, letting go, letting go, letting go. Feel the weight dropping down, as if someone is just gently stroking you from the back of your head all the way down your neck and your spine, behind your heart, down into the small of your back, down onto the sacral bone, and dropping right deep down into the coccyx. Feel the weight drop into the coccyx bones. And feel your bottom sink in, surrender into your chair, your cushions. Like you're just sinking into the earth that bit more. Feeling really held, really safe by the earth. She's a big, comfy mama you can let go. And she holds you. She's soft, but very, very strong. You can really relax into your body that was created for you by the Divine Mother, the Mother Earth. She knows every inch of your body. She knows every tiny molecule of you because she created you. You came from this substance of the earth. She made you from her own substance, from her own body. So when you breathe and receive and release all that tension, you let your body start coming back to your original design. Coming back to your blueprint. Letting yourself remember that you are a child of the earth, a child of Mother Nature. And she always has everything in perfect order. She puts everything right. Nature knows how to take care of everything. Supremely intelligent. Mum knows best. And in this case, we're talking about your Mother Nature. She knows best, and so you can surrender into your body because it's like surrendering into the Mother. It's the same. You have a symbiotic relationship of existence. You can really surrender yourself to be held, to feel safe, safe to let go, safe to transform, safe to come back to your original nature, which is to receive. Just like when you're a little baby. Remembering how to receive unconditionally. Notice how that feels in your body when you Choose to do that for yourself. You give yourself permission. Just notice if it feels kind of good or kind of not good. Follow the feeling. Choose what feels good. Go with that. That's it. You can really, all of those little bits of tension that you weren't even aware of, you can now become aware of and let them unfurl. It's like handing the tension back to Mother Earth. You don't need that anymore. You don't need it. You don't need your guards and your shields and your hardened places. You can surrender them to her. She's got you. Breathe and receive and feel. Bring your hands to your body, anywhere that feels good to connect with, anywhere that you want to validate and acknowledge sensations and emotions and whatever's happening inside of you. That's it. Can you feel that you're held? Can you really receive that right now? That's it. And then that little you that lives in your head, the thinking one, the one that judges, the one that decides, the one that tries to come up with all the right answers, the one that's listening right now, the one that speaks to you every day, chattering away in your head. That little you, mini you, awareness of you. Bring your attention to that. And we're going to invite your little mini you in your head to step away from all of the trying to control, trying to figure it out, trying to get it right, trying to do it on your own, believing that you're separate, that it's all up to you. All the weight that you carry, all the burden, all the responsibility, all of the fear, all of the stress. You can just let that little you move to the center of your head where the light is, where the light always is. And when you tilt the chin ever so slightly, it's like they just roll back, sink back, drop in. There's a space waiting for you. And it's always there, like a cushion of light, waiting to hold you. And you can let that little you sink into the cushion of light, like it's a giant, giant beanbag. That's it. Breathe in through the mouth and out through the mouth, like a gentle sigh. And as your breath rolls in, you can feel the breath lifting you right up underneath where that cushion of light is. You feel the rising sensation. And you can keep letting it lift you and drink it in, soak it in, receive it. You're being lifted. And then when the breath rolls out, you can feel yourself surrendering with relief as you sink into that cushion of light and you sink down with the breath. Literally, when you receive the air, the breath, the prana, it lifts you. Can you feel it lifting up through your head? And then on the out breath, you sink in, you drop in. And as if you start to sink down, on that breath, on your golden cushion, down through the center of your head. You don't have to stay in your head. That's not the only room in your house. You can let the breath drop you in and down, like being lowered bit by bit, breath by breath on this compression chamber. Lifting you and then sinking you down. And you start to drop down behind the face. And you start to drop down through the center of your throat. And this is where you can really soften every tiny little muscle in the throat. Every tube. At the front, at the back. Soften the tongue. Feel the breath just rolling so gently across the tongue. Gives you a little lift. And you sink down through the throat. And you can make that sound, it makes it easier. See, as you're just not holding on. The muscles relax, the effort relaxes, tension melts. And let your breath pick you up. And you can feel the breath dropping you down on the out breath as you sink down into your heart center. And enjoy that expansion on the heart center for a little while, for a few breaths, just receiving. Using your hands to stay connected to you, holding you. Softening the back of the heart, softening the spine. Like allowing that wing space to open. Allowing your heart to be kissed into life by your breath. Resuscitating your heart connection. Reinvigorating your heart space. Use your hands to hold you. Notice how it feels. When your awareness comes back into your heart, notice how good it feels. It's like coming home after a long journey. You take your shoes off on the doorstep, on the welcome mat, and then you just step inside and go, I'm home. That's what it's like when you cross the threshold of your heart and you let yourself enter and you surrender with humility, with grace, receiving yourself into your own heart, receiving yourself back home. And you can hold yourself with your hands any way that feels good for you. You're totally free to welcome yourself and connect and acknowledge however feels good for you. Notice what happens in your head as well when you're experiencing these insights and these remembrances. So keep your head nice and soft. Keep your brain soft. Keep the jaw soft. When the jaw is soft and open, it keeps your brain soft and open. Relax. Let your awareness start dropping down into the solar plexus. We're going into the body, in and down, following the breath. Notice how it pours in like a waterfall, expanding you open inside your tummy area. And you're dropping down on that little cushion of light so you can see. That's right, the light drops down with you. You're not alone. Did you notice that? You're not alone. The light is carrying you, your breath is guiding you. Both are holding you, and so is your body. And then you can join in with your own hands as well. And notice how it feels to let your tummy space be expanded on the inside as your breath gently strokes around the edges, stroking down into the basin of your tummy, bringing awareness there, guiding your awareness to connect everywhere that the breath touches you. For you to see, for you to taste and feel. You can lick your lips and swallow. Maybe you get a sense with your nose, like a fragrance or an essence, of how it feels to be inside you, inside this body. You are your occupier. You are the owner of this house, of you, temporarily. Let the breath start carving its way deeper and deeper. It drops you in, it moves. It's guiding you, creating that passage, inviting you to soften and open deeper and deeper into the sacral space, into that basin of your pelvis, allowing the hips to soften, the legs to soften and relax. Everything to unclench down there in the bottom. The weight to drop in. And your little me on the cushion to just drop. Like when you drop a stone through water and it's held all the way down by the water and then it plops on the bottom. Let your awareness get that sense of landing, meeting the basin, the bottom of you, meeting the earth. You can use your hands to hold you down there so that you can have greater sense and connection. And notice how it feels to be in this earth body, in this very temporal state of solidness. It's very temporary. It's put together for a while for you to live in, and then it all disintegrates again, turns into compost. You become worm food. But right now, look how perfectly your particles are put together. You are built like a home that's perfect for you. Let your breath surrender to that remembrance. Let your awareness sink in and immerse deeper and deeper into the present physical space of you. And sometimes you even get to transcend the physical by being in it. And just notice what you see, what you feel when you truly surrender. You stop controlling, you stop trying. There you are, this is you. And you can say out loud in your very first language that you spoke as a child, hello me. Hello me. Speak those words and listen to the sound. Take it in, breathe it in. Feel the reverberations of the words in your body. Notice which part of you responds. Hello, me. And inside there's a little you that goes, me? You're talking to me? It's like that movie. You had me at hello. You had you at hello. Say thank you, me, for being here. Thank you, me, for being here in this body. Breathe. Receive your words, let them land. Thank you, me, for existing. Thank you, me, for showing up. And say, well done, me. Give yourself that credibility, that validation. Acknowledge your success. Well done, me. Doesn't matter if you feel like you're talking to a 5-year-old. You are probably still 5 on the inside. Well done, me. Thank you, me, for being here. Good job. All the adversity you've faced, all the challenges, the adventures you've been on, the adventure it took to get here in a physical body. You're still here. You made it. Well done. Give yourself that love and validation. Use your hands to hold you. Breathe your words in. Maybe you need a little stroke in the head as you try and take that enormous realization in. It's so simple to say it, but it's a massive thing to realize. Yeah, it doesn't all fit sometimes. And say to yourself, I see you, me. I see you. I feel you. Can you just feel the awareness? It's not something you have to create. You just feel that part of you, that real you responding. I've got you, me. Just notice what you feel. And say this with me. I now choose, for the highest good of me, and for the highest good of all other beings everywhere, I choose to come home. Back home to the truth. The truth that I am. The truth that is. Right now. And the truth is, say this with me out loud, and the truth is I am and listen and feel for the response from within. Whatever you hear or feel or sense, say it out loud in words. Give it words. I am. Breathe. Receive your own words back in. And say, thank you, me. Thank you, me, for coming home. And maybe your feet are only on the doormat on the inside. Maybe you haven't fully entered you yet. Maybe you just took a step across the threshold to come back home to you. Maybe it's just one little part of you felt like you retrieved and come home, and then there's 1,000 other little parts of you that need to come home, but that's okay. You started. You are where you are. Just say thank you for that. Appreciate whatever small or big shift, whatever moment of awakening you had, whatever kind of realization. Just recognize it for what it is and receive it. Because unless you receive the small stuff, you are not going to be able to receive the big stuff. Life is preparing you gently. You can only receive that which you're ready to receive, right? You can only hold that much as you make space to hold. If you hold out a teaspoon for the universe will fill your teaspoon. If you hold out a cup to the universe will fill your cup. If you hold out a truck load of space, the universe will fill you with a truckload of space. Right? However much you choose to receive is up to you. I think there's a Rumi quote in there somewhere. Something about the source of life. Life doesn't care. Universe doesn't care if you hold out a teaspoon or a tractor load, tractor trailer. It will fill it, whatever you hand over. So make space to receive. And it requires that humility. It requires to let yourself be a container, be an empty vessel so that you can be filled. Because if you're full of all your stuff, you can't be given very much. You will feel small increments of shift and change. And when a big load of change comes along, it's going to shake you and rattle you because you'll be busy trying to hold on to all the stuff that you've already accumulated. And you don't have to. It simply means dropping the walls. Letting all that stuff flow out with your breath if you no longer want to hold on to it. Only you can choose that, to let your walls down, to stop choosing a struggle pattern and just be humble, open, ready to receive. This is your preparation. This is your every single day preparation for you to receive every single day. This is your preparation to receive every single breath. This is your preparation, and if you like, for the eclipse as well, and for any other amazing event that's coming your way, where life has got a dumper truck load and it wants to give you. Imagine that life's coming along with a dumper truck and you're holding out a teaspoon. This is as much as I can handle. I'm just a poor little me. That's all I can handle. The universe will say, okay, have your teaspoon fill. Whatever you're wishing is my command. That's what the universe says. If you want to trade your teaspoon for a dumper truck size container, you can do that anytime. Just drop the ego, drop the mind, drop the story. Just come into presence with you, with your breath, and be a receiver. So well done. Thank you for doing that. Give yourself a squeeze or a hug or a stroke and say, well done me for receiving however much you chose to receive today. And it is a choice. It's not done to you. It is completely your choice how much you choose to receive. And practice makes it easier over time as well. Reminds you of who you truly are. Give yourself a stroke. Maybe you want to stroke the back of your head because some new little light's been switched on back there and you've got some rearranging of some thoughts happening. Somebody's moved the furniture. That's okay. Notice how you feel. Maybe give your shoulders a little roll. Have a little stretch out. Give yourself a hug. Being present is where it's at. Being present with you is where it's at. You're so welcome, Crystal Matthews. You're so welcome. Mother Earth, exactly. She loves you so much too. Good. And Tanny, yes, you've got the time. It is 10 p.m. I thought so. So all of you double check your times. Okay. For the Eclipse meditation, like I said, once you sign up for it, and there's no real signing up for it actually. It's just a product inside Self-Love Mission. There's no sales page. You don't have to do anything. You just enter an email and create your account. And then you'll get some emails from me. And you'll get access to the WhatsApp group as well. You get access to the community. You get access to the free Breathe and Receive mini course that's in there for beginners. You get the 15-minute audio that you can download and use anytime you want. And of course, you have these ones as well, which I don't do these. These are not beginner level, really, as you can see. I always tend to add something else. It's different every single day. And if you've been with me for a while, you'll know that. You just don't know what's going to happen with me. I'm an Aquarius. I just do things spontaneously. I just do what comes through at the time. But yeah, once you get into Self-Love Mission, there's loads more things in there for you to explore. And you'll find the Eclipse activation meditation. And then once you click inside there, you'll see I've put all the different time zones for you. And Zoom will send you reminders of when those are. You absolutely love these lives. I'm so glad that you love them. Yay. And we've got Kelly with us as well today. Yay. I love all of you joining. I think it's just magic. And may it just get bigger and better. So thank you. Please like this video. It really helps attract more people to this channel so we can grow the family, the Self-Love Mission family, and connect with the Breathe and Receive. So I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. If you're going to be on the Eclipse meditation, it's tomorrow. My last minute wonder I just did about an hour ago. I don't know. Honestly, I was like, I don't know what to say about it yet because I don't know what will come through. I just tap in, tune in, and stuff comes through. And when that happens, you can be sure, because I'll set up all the intentions and everything to start with. I will tune in, and you can be sure that it will be good. Really, really, really good. And of course, if you can't make the live, then there will be a replay. So if you sign up for it, you'll get the replay as well. So don't worry about that. And if you don't sign up for it now, will you be able to buy the replay afterwards? Probably. I'll probably send out an email and say, here you go, you can get access. But to be on it live, definitely go and sign up for that now so you don't forget and you don't miss it. And we'll all do that together and it'll be beautiful. And we'll be on a Zoom call together. All right, my darlings. So thank you for that. And I'll see you tomorrow if you're joining me for that. And if not, I'll see you for Breathe and Receive on Wednesday at the same time. Alrighty, so much love. And Marcel's here. Yay. All right. Bye, everyone. Love you. Mwah.